Hey traders, Theo Narpan here, founder of Master the Markets, Elite Traders Conference and the Traders Open Day. So today I just wanted to share with you actually the triple S of trading. The triple S of trading. So you might be wondering, hey, hang on a minute, Theo, what is this triple S? The triple S is actually very critical for successful trading habits. Now the first S is what we call, actually, in fact, before I even tell you that, is actually all this triple S is in Sanskrit words, okay? So the first S is actually what we call Satsang, okay? Satsang. Now, what does Satsang really mean? Satsang basically means company of the truth, okay? Company of the truth in terms of spiritual context. But if you want to take that out and apply in practical day, that would be company of like-minded people, okay? Company of like-minded people. Hang around like-minded people. Usually in all the talks and conferences and over the 20,000 people that I've coached, I always tell them, and I always keep reiterating that there are two things that has got the deepest impact in your life. One is the people that you hang around with, and two is that the books that you read. So you see traders, for example, if you can't hang around like-minded traders, or you think it's too expensive to pay for the conferences or to go and hang around them for dinner, whatever it is not, or it's almost impossible for you to do that, then you can read their books, because through the books you're connecting with them, connecting with their thinking and connecting with their mindset. Now the fastest way they've found to neural wire changing and to changing your old habits and reinstalling new habits is actually hanging around like-minded people. So that ties in with the first S, okay? Satsang, very, very important, and especially hang around people who are professionals, because if you don't, and if you hang around just people at the same level as your competence, then what then happens is that, or sometimes even below your competence, then what happens is that it's like the sheep following the sheep. Basically, it's the blind leading the blind. So you want to hang around people who are leading authority in the field, and who are people who actually are the real professionals, all right? So that's the first S, which is the Satsang, okay? Company around like-minded people, around the professionals, okay? The second thing is what we call Sadhana, okay? Sadhana. Now, what does Sadhana mean? Sadhana basically means a routine, okay? A routine that you develop, that you do every single day. Now, in terms of trading, what you can actually split your routine into two types again, okay? One is called the pre-trading routine, and the next one is called the post-trading routine. The pre-trading routine is one where before you start the day, before you start your trading, you start to have a pre-trading routine. In terms, it could be something like go for a jog, go for an exercise, do some breathing exercises, do some meditation to calm the mind down. The pre-trading routine objective is all about getting into the state, okay? Getting into the state of being in the present moment where you can execute your trades flawlessly, okay? This is what the objective is of the pre-trading routine. The next thing also, one part of the pre-trading routine that I just remembered is that also you can also read through all your crib sheet and start to visualize the trade and how it exactly should look like before you enter it, how you should trade manage it, and how you should exit it as well, okay? So that's very critical as well, traders. The next one is the post-trading routine. The post-trading routine is when you get out of the trade, when you trade exited, or some days might not even be any trades at all. So when the trading day finishes for you, whatever time that it may be, according to your rule set, when it finishes, what's your post-trading routine? And that can be anything with like reading books, or it can be like analyzing your stats, what has gone right, what has gone wrong, what can be improved. These three questions itself as a post-trading routine is so important for your performance as a trader and for improving your performance as a trader, which is what went well, what did not go well, and what can be improved. And you can do that when you analyze your stats and your trade log. So that's the second S, okay, which is sadhana, which is split into pre and post trading routine. The final S is what we call Savour. Now, Savour, loosely translated, is called selfless service, okay? Now, traders, what I would suggest is, you see, we are in an amazing market over here, which is it's $1 trillion industry, especially in the foreign exchange market. And I would say that, after all that practice and all that, finding a trading style and everything, and you finally got it, you finally nailed it, and you can make consistent profits, I would say we should definitely look to actually reduce the gap between the rich and the poor, and we should definitely donate some percentage of the profits to a higher ideal, to maybe underdeveloped countries, or towards some selfless activities which can improve the lives of those people who are less fortunate than us, or who does not even have the education, even the money to go and have some valuable education that we all were fortunate to get while we were young. Okay, now what does that do? Some of you may think, why do we need to do that? Because you see, traders, when you do that, when you do some selfless service act like that, when you are like giving some money, a small percentage, like 1-2% even in the beginning, what happens is you start to put a higher meaning to why you're trading. Now that is so helpful in terms of pulling you towards your vision, towards pulling you towards all the obstacles and challenges you may have in trading, and towards especially loss clusters and drawdowns. Because now you may think, when you go through those challenges in trading, you may think, you know what, hang on a minute, I've got to remain disciplined, I've got to constantly execute, because you see, I've got a higher purpose over here. Not only am I doing this for myself and for my family, but I'm also doing it for the better good of the whole community. Even in fact, Paul Tudor Jones did talk about this as well in the last TEDx talks. For those who do not know who Paul Tudor Jones is, one of the top UK traders, millionaire traders, who also talks about reducing the gap between the rich and the underdeveloped and the poor people. All right, so definitely we as traders, we need to start thinking about that. As a recap, the triple S's once again, to help you towards your strategy performance and towards your peak performance in trading is, as the first S is Satsang, hanging around like-minded people. 2 is Sadhana, your pre-trading and post-trading routine. And finally, Savour, selfless service, where we put aside a small percentage towards helping out other people who are in need. Okay, I believe that has been really very helpful for you all. Do definitely think about it, contemplate about it, and start putting into practice. Okay, till the next time, traders, as we always say, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like a master.